George Clooney and Brad Pitt reunite for hilarious Jimmy Kimmel live skit in which they threaten to assassinate a major Hollywood star. George Clooney and Brad Pitt reunited for a hilarious Jimmy Kimmel live skit on Tuesday. The actors, who previously starred in Ocean's 11, 12, and 13 together posed as assassins for the comedy segment of the late-night chat show. In the clip which Jimmy, 56, shared on YouTube, the Gravity star, 63, sits next to Brad at a table in a dark office room dressed in a black t-shirt and fiddles with a casino token. Brad, 60, wearing a matching black ensemble, stares straight ahead as a shadowy figure enters the room. As the man, dressed in a long coat and carrying a briefcase, shuffles into the room, George tells him to sit down as the Fight Club star asks, "Did you bring the money?" The mysterious figure then places the briefcase on the table before opening it up, showing the pair stacks of money inside. He says, "You can count it." George replies with his arms crossed, "We trust you," while Brad slides the briefcase over and looks inside. The figure asked what will happen next, and Brad replies in a gravelly voice, "You go home." Playing up to the moody backstreet assassin character, Brad stares straight ahead as the mysterious man says, "I can't have this coming back to me. I have a family." George then takes over and threateningly says, "You go home, you have a nice dinner, you kiss your wife, do whatever the *** you do on a normal Friday night, and you let us take care of it." "Who's the mark?" he continued. A picture of none other than Hollywood legend Matt Damon is shown to the duo, who exchange a look. The shadowy figure then reveals himself to be Jimmy Kimmel himself, who says, "I need you to make sure he buys the zoo, if you know what I mean," in a reference to Matt's comedy We Bought a Zoo. Brad shakes his head, closes the briefcase, and tells Jimmy they'll do this hit for free before George asks what will happen to Matt's adoring fans, and the trio laugh hysterically. As the TV show host leaves, he turns around and tells the pair, "You won't regret this," and after he's gone, Brad and George discuss the strange smell he left, which they conclude is French onion soup. The skit ends with George shouting for the next customer. On Tuesday, the fantastic Mr. Fox star was spotted leaving the Jimmy Kimmel live studio in California looking dapper in a blue suit with a black t-shirt underneath. The star added a black leather belt and matching black shoes to his look and appeared cheery as he threw a backpack over one shoulder. The star was all smiles after filming his appearance on the show and chatted and shook hands with staff as he made his way to his car. The comedy skit comes as Brad and George continue to promote their latest film, Wolves, which has been dubbed the most expensive TV film ever made. The $200 million Apple TV Plus film, which is set to debut in cinemas on September 20, follows the two Ocean's 11 co-stars as they are forced to begrudgingly work together to fix a problem that arises when a tough-on-crime district attorney wakes up with a dead 20-something with whom she was having a one-night stand. The two actors play criminal clean-up specialists who are unexpectedly hired for the same job. The veteran actors were reportedly paid $35 million each to act in the caper film, although George has denied it was that much, but despite the huge budget, critics have slammed the film. IGN's Siddhant Adlakha slamming it as a slick student film from a rich teen who subsisted on a media diet of early Guy Ritchie. The Guardian's Sam Brooks also wrote that the joke might be on director Jon Watts, who made a fortune off of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Spider-Man trilogy, because what he's made is basically the film of the meme in which two Spideys point at each other. And the Telegraph's Ravi Collin called the film messy writing. George Clooney recently complained that Quentin Tarantino doesn't consider him a movie star. If he makes more films like this, Clooney will soon prove Tarantino right.